Okay, never mind. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is gonna be about accents, right? So accents and stuff. Basically, oh my days. Basically, most of us Indians, when we are trying to work on our language speaking ability, English speaking ability, and just our language in general, and we are just trying to like be better at it. What we focus on more than just getting to speak clearly and better, what I've noticed from people at least, is that they focus heavily on accents and stuff. So there's a lot of fake accents going on about within people that when you hear it, you can just tell that they're faking that shit. Like, how do I say, American accent, British accent, and stuff like that. So accent is something that comes to you naturally. Never mind. Accent is something that comes to you naturally, and it's supposed to come to you naturally. It's not something that you force to yourself. Maybe you could do this thing of like, okay, you fake it till you make it and stuff, and then you could possibly work on your accents. But then that's a whole different topic. Like if you genuinely want to adopt a different accent and stuff for professional reasons, or because you are in a different country that requires you to do it, or you feel like it requires you to do it, then you could do it. But the thing is, as long as you're able to speak properly, as long as you're able to speak fluently, clearly, I forgot the word, but if you're able to do that, if you're able to articulate your thoughts and put out sentences that make sense to the other person, regardless of like their native country or where they come from or whatever it is, that's what matters. That's what actually matters. You being able to talk to them properly. But then the problem with accents is that us Indians, we get mocked on a daily basis for it in social media and stuff. Like, oh, I'm under the water, or I forgot the memes that's out there. But there's a lot of jokes, there's a lot of memes, there's a lot of trolling that takes place in the online space against us Indians. And that's actually sad to see, because like our accent is no different from, the way we speak and how we come about with our accent. It comes to us naturally, right? You can't really mock us for it. The same way Spanish people, French people, people from different other countries speak the language. They're not being mocked for it. They're being looked at with a respect, right? Okay, that's the way they speak, but they're still trying to speak something. But then when it comes to our country, it's like that whole viewpoint is like taken away. Now that's kind of sad, actually. Oh my God, I think I gotta cut my hair, man. It's kind of growing out a lot. Sorry, but that's about accents, right? Now that we have addressed the fact that there is some discrimination that's happening against accents, what do? We have two choices. We either adapt, work on our accents and get better at it, or we stay the same. We have the choice of staying the same. We have the choice of not working on our accents and stuff, and that's completely normal. As long as you're working on your speech, as long as you're working on your speaking ability and stuff, you don't have to technically force a certain specific accent on you. And when it comes out as forced to people, they would know, they would call you out for being fake, and then your words lose their value, right? Because you're basically forcing that thing, and people are going to be obviously calling you out for it, and they will catch on to it. Unless if you actually really want to work on an accent and you want to be better, and it's not coming from a place of insecurity, or even if it's coming from a place of insecurity, one thing you can do is you can just work on it from your own room, from the walls of your own room, within the walls of your own room, and you don't have to do it out aloud outside to people, when you're speaking to people, when you're giving speeches and stuff, because of the fact that you are gonna get judged. People may or may not just not take your words as it should have been taken, because you're forcing this accent and they can tell that this is happening. Now another way to view this thing could be that you don't really care about the way they think, and then you could just put forward with the accent and do it until you develop, or not develop, sorry for using that word, until you get accustomed to a different accent that's not your own, right? So that's about that. With me personally, I was insecure of my accent because I placed too much emphasis on certain words that not blocked, but stopped me from just being fluent with it, right? So I would stress on T a lot. So it would be like, I want a tomato, and that would just, it's not a bad thing, right? But it just blocks my flow for some reason. Tomato, whatever. So I started placing less emphasis on the word T. Why? So that I could just go on with the flow, whatever I'm speaking. So it's up to you actually, like whatever works for you. If you want to stay the same, you can stay the same. No one's going to judge you or anything. If you're insecure and you want to change, or if you're not insecure and you still want to change or adopt a different one, or just learn about a different one, you can still do it. And if you're ashamed, or if you're scared of what people will perceive or whatever, I'm not asking you to force yourself and go out there and put yourself out there. You could still work on your accent from within your own room, within the four walls of your own room. But if you don't really care about what people think, you can just go out there and practice accent. And even within there's a word, bro. Even within the confines, no, even within your own room, you can still practice it. And eventually your accent's gonna get better. Not sorry for using the word better, but eventually your accent is going to adopt or develop into the one that you wanted to be developed into, if that makes sense. So that's about that. Like my Malayalam is kind of shit, and it's the accent, it's the vocabulary, the way I speak and stuff. And if I genuinely wanted to be better, the stuff that I said in the video would be mostly it. And knowing the type of person that I am, I would consciously try to I don't care about what people think that much, so I would try to work on my accent outside of my house regarding Malayalam, and I would try to use certain specific words that I feel like are Malayalam-ish. And I think that would be how I would work on my accent, and I would spend more majority of my time just within my own room, just fixing small syllables and the way I speak and stuff like that, watching other people speak, trying to copy that and stuff. Not because I'm insecure of the way that I currently speak, but because I want to be more interpretable. I want to be more understood by people, right? And for that, I must put this effort. And I don't want to just sound like any other guy when I'm speaking the language. I want to be articulate. I want to express my thoughts properly, and I want to be able to have that impact on people. I don't intend to be charming, but it would be nice to get there. You get what I'm saying? I can't do the ukulele for some fucking reason, man. I mean, the reason's pretty obvious. I haven't practiced it much, but yeah, so I think that's mostly it for this video. I'll see you guys in another one. And I'm really sorry for the structure or the way that these videos are put out. There's no structure in my videos, but you gotta understand that this is just deep lifing with Lirit. It's not a proper video that I'm putting out that's gonna be that valuable and stuff. This is just like a conversation that you and I are having. So see you guys in another one. Peace.